Hey family, it's your girl Ms. Mofilla, and you already know we're back inside the maze with another dose of the critical breakdown. This conversation I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna tell you why, because this man next to me is definitely, I'm gonna say a character, to say the least.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that, right? If you don't know the face, get to know it and get to know the name. We got the one and only Buff the God in the building.
Sauce Boss.
You already know. Say what's happening.
Miss Movilla, thanks for having me. We here.
Yeah, I know, it's been a little bit of time. I done ran into you a couple of spaces and I've been like, we gotta connect. We're finally here.
I was like, I gotta go harder.
You know what? I like that. I like that energy. I like it.
We here.
We here. You made it. You made it. It's crazy.
There we go.
But you know, it's funny that you said you gotta go harder because we're gonna go over your freestyle, the latest freestyle you dropped, called Trap Harder, which kind of goes along with what we're talking about right now. Yeah, I'm excited to get into this, man. It's the critical breakdown. Let's get straight to it.
Looking for the work, like who want it, who got it. I be trying to trap hard, y'all niggas smoking profits. Keep my head on the swivel cause they killing profits. Every time I play the scene, I pull up with a goddess. Damn, moving weight, lifting iron. Hood like the gym, trap jumping, call it Zion.
Now listen, you started off getting straight to your bullshit. I'm gonna say it. True Buff the God energy, right? And I'm gonna have to give you the disclaimer. I am gonna quote your lyrics like an entire asshole. You probably will not even recognize your song by the time I'm done with it, okay? It's been a long time since I recited, y'all. Bear with me. All right. It has been a long time since I've recited. Oh my God. Okay.
No pressure.
We got this. I'm gonna laugh at myself for a second. Wait, okay. He said, looking for the work, like who want it? Who got it? I be trying to trap hard. Y'all niggas smoking profits. First pause, because as a person that is a consumer, I'm gonna call it that, right? There's a lot of people who be getting high off their own supply, right?
What sense does that make?
I mean, what sense does it make? Because are we really making money?
Are we really making money?
You see what I'm talking about when he talks his shit. Let's keep going, right? He said, keep my head on the swivel, because they be killing profits. Every time I play the scene, I pull up with a new goddess. Oh, Buff the God.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Now talk to me about this, keep my head on the swivel because they're killing profits. Now I know you call yourself, I don't want to get it wrong, you call yourself something Jew. What is it?
Misogynistic, hypersexualized, cocky Jew from the fucking zoo.
Yes,
baby.
all of those people,
yeah, let's
right?
do it, right?
So when you say they're killing profits, like this is how we see ourselves, or you was just in your bag?
Yeah, so that's how I see myself,
Okay.
definitely, but it's just a reflection of hip-hop and black culture.
Real.
Unfortunately, in the past couple years, we've just had a lot of people dying.
Absolutely.
If I'm gonna speak specifically, no shade, no hiding anything, Nipsey Hussle is a big inspiration to me. So when I see how basically our own community can be a detriment to ourselves, it just kind of leaves a lasting impression on me, like, what are we doing?
Absolutely. And that's real. That's real. Have to watch. Even all skin folk ain't kin folk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Listen, I could go, that's a whole episode all by itself, but we got to get through these lyrics. We got to get through these lyrics, right? We got straight, this is what Buff the God does, okay? So then I'm going to skip down a little bit because then he got in his swaggy bag because he said, he pulls up with a new goddess, right? So he said, baby, I can't give you all my time. Graduated from a simpleton. I'm gonna get into them after I get through these lyrics. Pop that pussy like a pimple. Then it's back to pimping. I can't wait till I get done. Niggas get to folding. When it comes down to the dividend, squad like the Spartans, all my dogs from Michigan. Let's rewind that back though. Let's take that back because if you don't mind me asking, Buff, how old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
I'm 31 actually.
There's something about that age bracket that is going on. What's up? Why we can't give the ladies your time? Why is that simple?
So hold on, what's the age bracket though? Let me know.
Early 30s.
Early 30s?
Early 30s.
What's going on? Is it like
Do you see my face? Do you see my face?
I didn't know what's going on before I addressed it.
I'm a little triggered right now. I'm a little triggered right now. Something about those. I'm gonna just talk my shit. As an auntie that is now in her, actually just reached 40, right? Just got there, but I'm enjoying it lovely. You know, it might be a little cougar lifestyle for me.
There you go.
Let's just call it what it is. It might be a cougar lifestyle for me. But I feel like this specific age bracket, early 30s, y'all seem to have this disposition when it comes to women where it's like, yeah, I rock with you, but yeah, y'all gotta chill. Like, I can't do too much.
All right, so first things first, you gotta learn how to tame it. If you on your cougar shit, right? You gotta learn how to tame it.
Excuse me.
It's not a, so if it comes off as a disposition, I get it. But for me personally, it's not even a disposition, it's more of a reflection on myself.
Okay.
To see where I was, where I probably miscalculated.
Gotcha.
And to be able, because most of the time I'm talking to myself in this music as well.
Okay.
So it's be able to look at myself, my younger self, where I miscalculated and be able to make the correction, but say it in a manner that can hopefully speak to all audiences.
Okay.
And also kind of give them a perspective of a man moving forward and what needs to be done for hopefully the men coming behind me.
I guess that makes sense coming from a grown man perspective. That's true. You can't focus. I mean, it's all right to have ladies in your life, but you can't put all your focus in that if you're trying to move forward. I guess. So whatever. As a lady, I'm still going to be petty. Now let's keep on going down, because now you got it in your gangster bag. Hold on. You're going to have to break this down for the auntie, all right? You said slide through the city with the grip so they can't hold me. I know what that means. And you can't get through the beam without the DOT. I know DOT stands for Department of Transportation, but what you meant?
I mean, the dirty. Nah, that's real shit. It's just like, there's a lot of Boston talk, a lot of artists from everywhere.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna circle in on what's more important to me as a dirty resident, I don't think there's any way you could possibly bring up music in Boston without saying Dorchester.
Say that again.
I don't think there's any way you could bring up music in Boston, New England, Mass, whatever you want to call it, without bringing up dirty Dorchester.
Come on. And this is no shade, because we always hear about the Roxbury, right? We always hear about it. And I sure love the Roxbury. As somebody who lives in Grove Hall, I could go either way. You feel me? I could go either way.
Look, Grove Hall is where? Roxbury or Dorchester?
It depends. We finally got an answer. Shout out to Harvard and the crew. We finally got an answer.
What's the answer?
The sign actually tells you. So like when you're coming in from like the Franklin Park side, it says it's Dorchester. Oh no, you're going into Roxbury. You're going down that way. But if you're coming up from Blue Hill, like what's over there on that side? Shoot.
Seaver or something?
Yeah, no, like past
Warren?
Yeah, like after you get to Warren and you see that sign coming in that way, it says Dorchester.
Yeah.
So we're in both, technically.
So it's whatever you want.
It depends on what side of the sign you want.
So which one you claiming?
I claim Dorchester. 02121. You already know, baby. You already know.
I fuck with it. So now, it's just more so like, there's a lot of everybody doing their thing.
Absolutely.
Roxbury doing their thing, Mattapan doing their thing, Hyde Park doing their thing, Cambridge doing their thing, whatever.
Yeah.
But then even more so, if you're gonna close in on Dorchester, y'all can say who y'all want, but if y'all overlooking me, it is what it is.
I know that's right. He said, what are we doing?
So I'm gonna just pop my shit real quick.
Please do so.
You can't get through the beam without looking at Dorchester. And if you look at Dorchester and you're overlooking me, then I'm gonna just say you're not looking in Boston.
Period.
That's it.
And there's nothing else that needs to be said after that. No further breaking down. Now you kept going in that same bar where you was like, youngin', let's try that again. He said, youngin' had to raise himself, wasn't no OG. Stay away from scrams and dummies, always been low key. I want to talk about this, especially growing up in Dorchester, right? I feel like we grew up in a time, and I can put myself in your bracket, I can put myself there. We grew up in a time where we did have OGs, and people, you didn't necessarily, but there were OGs on the block that did teach the youngins how to do the right things, go the right way, or if you're going to do your shit, how to handle it the right way.
Yeah.
But that got missing somehow, right?
So for me, it did and it didn't,
Okay.
right? So I'll apply it, like there was a couple older niggas around, right? But like I want to make sure I say this in a way that doesn't throw no shade.
Okay.
Like, I bet. So I had my father around.
Got you.
A lot of the shit that goes on outside, or a lot of the shit that the OGs are trying to tell me is just like, you niggas, you niggas is not right. Like I already know y'all not right based on it. And when it comes to hustling, when it comes to getting money, I see where they're coming from now that I'm older.
Okay.
But at a younger age, it didn't allow me to veer off because obviously I had my discipline and my father figure at home. At the same time, when I look at my father figure, when I look at my family dynamic, it was, for lack of a better term, just kind of laissez-faire. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
They tried to do their best. They're immigrants coming into the country, with young people going into a school system, with young people getting bred by the internet and some more shit. So reflectively now, older, I'm like, I wish I could have had a little more guidance and a little more teaching through how to maneuver through the system.
I understand that.
But no, so when I say there's no guidance, I more so mean that niggas tried to do what they did, but also there's that disconnect of like how younger kids don't respect the OGs on the block. You see what I'm saying?
But then also I have to play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Do these new OGs give these young bucks anything to look up to though? Let's be real.
Bang.
So let's be real.
Like, that's a question for the young ones.
Yeah,
you
that's
feel
true.
me? Because before it comes off as something to look up to and something to admire, they send a hard message that sometimes the younger people can't receive.
Ooh,
and when you're young, at a young age, whether it's 13 or whether it's 15, unfortunately, you're attracted by the glitz and the glamour.
Absolutely.
So that's why rap is what it is. That's why pimping is what it is. That's why preachers are what they are, whether they steal the church money.
Oh, you see how you threw preachers in there, right?
So it's just like the nice cars, the chain, the money, that's going to attract the younger kids. So when you're an old head trying to instill manhood and masculinity, the message might come off a little harder.
Or they can't receive it because it doesn't come in the glitz and glamour.
Exactly.
I get it.
But there's also like, you got to understand what the young kids are doing, how they're doing it. And you also have to be accepting of it and hopefully kind of work with them as they're being hard-headed, because there's a bigger mission.
To the educator in me now. Thank you. That's true. It's true.
But you see how I like try to sprinkle it all in.
You see how we did the sprinkle too. You see, you know I pay attention to everything. You see how we sprinkled it.
It's sprinkled in there, you feel me?
All right, continue on about getting to learn how to do things the right way. We're going to keep on going with these lyrics, right? You said, trap harder, trap smarter.
Yeah.
Hood throwing fades, line you up like a barber, or like the barber. Okay, let me get that right. He said, late nights on the E, playing with the chupa to what?
A chupacabra.
What is this? Tell me, what is that?
So if somebody's Mexican, y'all let me know exactly what a chupacabra is, but I'm assuming it's some type of demon, right?
Oh, okay.
So once again, from the dirty, the E is just where I'm from, and it's kind of just...
Wait, when you say the E, what is the E?
The dirty E. Those who know, they know.
I'm from Dorchester, and you can't say it? It's not Mexican?
You're Mexican? No.
It's Puerto Rican.
With the chupacabra, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was Mexican. Okay, look, my politically correct people, I apologize to all my immigrants, all my minorities, all my majorities,
all
actually.
All of the above, right?
But the dirty E, for those who know, they know, like, I ain't going crazy as far as the location goes, but niggas know what
this is the way my Dorchester brain, I'm like, I know it's a street name, it's somewhere. I gotta figure this out. I'm gonna figure it out.
So, but I just say that all in to kind of reflect on basically what made me is my hood and growing up through that teen area, kind of seeing what I went through, and even getting into my 20s, whatever it was, going through the experiences I went through. And to be honest, it's a lot of substance abuse, I would call it. Like,
it's quotation marks.
It's like substance abuse, looking at it hindsight. I mean, it's just kind of what else would you call it? Self-medicating.
Gotcha.
Dealing with what life throws at you. But I use the reference chupacabra to kind of say like you're facing your demons, basically.
Okay, because I was like, I need a translation for this one. I need an auntie dictionary for this one. I don't know. Now, I think I know what this next line means, but I feel like sometimes I get surprised. Okay?
I bet.
You said, magnetic being full of copper, sour got me thinking smarter. So, first my brain went immediately to the streets, but then I'm like, bullets? I don't know any bullets made of copper. So where were we going?
So you said the bullets is what?
Yeah, that's what I thought of. Magnetic being full of copper. So, you know, I'm like, the Magnum.
Oh, man.
You feel me? Yeah, I went there.
That's hard.
I went there.
Look, I should have said that. So I'm about to hire Movilla as my ghostwriter next.
Say less. I got the bars, baby.
Nah, so once again, not to get too nerdy.
Please get nerdy. That's my favorite.
Because as you see, like I try to put it in the term that everybody can get. But magnetic beings, we are melanated people.
And we're full of
with copper colored people. If you didn't know, you're not black, you're copper colored.
The way I misread that completely wrong is crazy.
So it's just like we're magnetic, like literally we're magnetic. You attract to one, you attract to another. It's magnetism, but we're full of copper, we're copper colored people. Our bodies are electric beings and copper is an electric conductor, gold is a better electric conductor.
Come on,
so
get your bag.
it's just tying the two together, basically.
The way I completely misread that line is crazy. See, I knew I was going to get thrown for a loop. I knew it. Now let's keep on going because we got a couple more lyrics to get through. He said, almost fell victim to the sauce and emerged as a boss. You see what he did there? Sauce boss? You see what he did there? Yeah. Phoenix in the dark. I see the light from any loss. Let's listen.
All right.
I got to pause right there because I feel like a lot of people don't understand the superpower it is to know how to take an L and generate that into your W's, yo.
I feel like that's literally the meaning of life.
Literally.
Literally the secret of life if you plan on trying to do it in a wholesome way, a righteous way.
Say that again?
A righteous way.
Woo-hoo.
It's still subjective though.
Absolutely.
What I think is righteous, somebody might think is not.
Absolutely.
What somebody else think is righteous, I might think is not. At the end of the day, you are still entitled to go about it however you go about it.
And I just have to put a little stamp on that though. Righteousness is not about what you say. It's about how you move and who you are. So there's a difference. Yes, it's relative, but it also, you can't fake righteousness. You can't fake it.
That's a fact. So almost fell victim to the sauce, then emerged as a boss. So it kind of just circles back to the whole Nipsey Hussle thing.
Yeah.
Just picking up a lot of game from him. And like the next project I got coming up, which Trap Harder was supposed to be on, is called Sauce Boss.
Okay.
Which is basically another moniker for who I am. It just kind of allowed me to come back into the scene now with all the knowledge of marketing, how the business works, how social media works, and what it takes basically to be an independent rapper and kind of launch a record label or launch myself as an artist. So Sauce Boss, tape, got the merch, got everything coming. And then it's just kind of playing with words and going back into the bigger message of, okay, bet, marketing, advertising, financing, building.
Okay.
But then it's also like reflective on my real life where it's like, I'm a heavy drinker. The sauce is the sauce. And at one point I had to sit and realize, I bet it's detrimental to me.
Okay.
So I had to kind of cut back or at least figure out why I'm using it.
Gotcha.
But now that I feel like I'm in a better place, or now that I feel like I've explored this enough, I'm coming back around mastering it. So now that I'm mastering it, it allows me to be the alchemist that I can be and kind of go out into the world and basically sell the work. Sell the work that is
Talk about turning, it's like literally the definition of turning what you called substance abuse into like, I now control the substance. We're good.
Exactly.
We're literally good. Now talking about that substance, but I can smell it so beautifully coming through that cup,
there
right?
we go.
I mean, I have to get a drink after this because of this man. No, he said this thing and I'm like, yo, this is such a bar. I felt it in my spirit. He said, the ones that pour you do say,
dirty
be the ones to double cross.
That's
now,
a
those
fact.
who know the Douce bottle got the double crosses on it.
That's a fact.
But it be true. Those people that's always ready to party with you, ready to turn up with you, all of that, be the first ones.
It's real unfortunate.
Yo, it's crazy though.
Have you had an experience?
Clearly. Can you see me going through it right now?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I had to let go of a lot of friends throughout life because of that. Everybody just kind of wanted to be around for the turn up.
Yeah.
But like when life hits,
It hits.
it hits, and those people are nowhere to be found, or a lot of times they're the cause of why life is hitting. You feel me?
Exactly.
And nowhere there to be like a support or actual real friends. It's just, oh, I'm here for the turn up. I'm here to pour your shots. We gonna row the boat, all that dumb shit, right?
Exactly.
What about your experience though?
So for me personally, we sipping Douce, by the way.
I can't wait to get my drink.
So for me personally, it's like, it's more so like, I bet you're going about life, life hits, and then out of nowhere, people just come up with this like this narrative. But the narrative is painted so negatively of you, and it's just like, I bet, where did this come from? For one, I thought we were cool.
Those be the main ones.
And now it's a whole different narrative. So I even used the double cross. I doubled down on the double cross because it's just like, 1 second we good, but now you're trying to crucify me in a sense. You know
Come
what
on,
I'm saying?
Judas, come on.
So now it's not even just regular crucify. It's like doubling the crucify with the Duce. So, and it just circles back to, once again, Black-owned Duce, Jay-Z, and it's just like the strife that I feel, or the strife I feel I'm going through with whether it's family, friends, or our own people in the community, and it's just like, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
What the fuck?
Yo, we got to get out of this, because I feel like that's the only way we're ever going to move forward is if we stop double-crossing each other. Listen, that's a whole word by itself. Anyway, let's continue on. Because I seen this man in the club. And he's not lying. No, I'm joking. He said, baby, I can't dance in the club. I get paid to walk it out, okay? I just pop my shit, and they really send them largest amounts. And he's not lying. He's not lying, though. Okay.
Hold on.
Hold on, let me pause.
You gonna set it up for that one?
I'm gonna set it up. Because this is that shit I be talking about right here, okay? He said, type to kiss the pussy, bless it, humble it, and then chalk it out. Excuse me, let me go ahead and end the episode right there. Because, sorry. I think I felt my cougar roar with that line. I think I felt my cougar roar. Wait a minute. Now listen, Buff, I gotta get your business now, because you left the lane open. Okay. You left the lane open. Is that your MO?
Is that my MO?
Yes.
I mean, if that's not what you're doing is that my MO?
I'm just...
Stay tuned for the next
I'm gonna go ahead and move on to these next lyrics before I get myself in some trouble. All right. He said, anytime I share my story, they like, what you talking about? Higher frequency. If you didn't... I'm sorry, let me get that right. Anytime I share my story, they like, what you talking about? Higher frequency. If you ain't talking my niggas, then what you talking about? Let my Zoe up in the building, you can't really lock them out. And Buff on the boards, I'm the type of nigga to box them out. Okay, talk your shit there, Buff. Just talk your shit at this point. But let's talk about the higher frequency. Because again, you have mentioned that you're the misogynistic, then...
hypersexualized, cocky, Jew, from the zoo.
From the zoo, right.
You gotta remember that.
That's a lot. Wait, say it again. Misogynistic.
We got that right.
Yeah.
Hypersexualized.
Yeah. Hypersexualized. Cocky.
Jew.
From the zoo.
It's not hard. You know. You just be like misogynistic, then you gotta think hypersexualized. I'm
gonna get it. Because he is the misogynistic, hypersexualized, cocky Jew from the zoo. Dirty. I got it. So talk about that higher frequency, because I do hear you speak sometimes, and I feel like there's a certain level of, I hate to use even the word wokeness, because we know how much it's been watered down, right? Yeah. But there's a level of frequency that you're on that a lot of people don't operate on. Talk about that.
I appreciate it if you notice it, or you can pick up on the frequency. I just call it me being me. I've always been a nigga to go against the grain. So, I mean, whatever people believe is what they believe. I unfortunately believe different from the masses.
That's not unfortunate. That's fortunate.
That's fortunate. It's different from the masses. And frequency. Like a radio station is a radio station. So it's not to say that I'm above anything. Right. It's just a different channel. And it's just being honest. It's like... Yeah. I like to kind of be a little mysterious in my IG.
Gotcha.
So a lot of people don't get what I'm doing, but it's just like, you'll see.
Those who are meant to tap in will tap in.
And energy. If y'all get to talking about a whole lot of things that's not including me and mine, then eventually it'll unfold.
That's real.
But to circle back to the whole thing, like the whole club, walk it out.
Yeah. I forgot all about that. I got sidetracked.
It's taking what's going on now and then basically just magnifying it, speaking it into fruition, and then just having fun with the bars.
As you should. Like, talk your shit.
you gotta kiss it. You gotta bless it.
All right, he brought it back there. I'm trying to behave, but he brought it back.
You gotta bless it. But blessing is like There's so many ways you can bless it.
Absolutely.
However way you want to skin the cat, skin
Hey,
the cat. Yo! Fillet the fish. The most important part about that is the humbling it. Because once you kiss it and bless it, it think it's more than what it is. Yeah, you don't like that.
You see how I got triggered?
Yeah,
you see how I got triggered?
She don't like that one.
Don't be playing with me like that.
She said there's something going on with that age bracket.
Yes,
you feel me?
because y'all all operate like that.
Gotta humble it. But it's okay, because we're going to chalk it out, and you'll be happy after. You'll be all right after.
I'm triggered.
You're triggered.
Triggered.
Nah, but yeah, I mean, just try to do a little everything. Have a little fun.
I can't
give
focus.
a little history.
Yeah.
Give a little wokeness.
Okay.
But then also just center niggas, like, yo,
absolutely, because niggas can be all of that. You feel me?
You feel me? We are all of that, and that's why we are great.
Mm-hmm.
But then because we're all of that, we also gotta figure out what we're doing.
Absolutely,
and
we gotta recognize it.
Exactly.
We have to. Now tell everybody what's going on. I know you're working on your newest project. What's the date? We got any dates or anything? You know I was gonna ask.
I'm the wrong nigga to give a date because I do it. I'm trying to make sure it's right. Like, I work on the sense of like, it's done. Okay. I don't want to give a date, rush it. Plus, I'm real independent with it. So
I know that's right.
It takes a lot of time management, finance management. But Sauce Boss tape coming real soon, sometime this summer. Just watch out for songs coming here and there.
You got some merch coming too, some Sauce Boss merch?
Sauce Boss merch definitely coming.
Dope.
Shows coming up. I don't know when this is coming out, but Saturday got a show coming up. I'm sure there'll be more in the summer.
I'm sure they will, and I need my exclusive invite.
There we go.
Thank you.
And then, I mean, I got a whole lot of more music coming. Like, the new music I'm making is not even like what's going on this tape.
Okay.
Having a lot more fun discovering myself and kind of building on what's going on.
Okay.
So, y'all stay tuned.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Like, I feel like I could talk to Buff all day, but it's going to be trouble if I continue to do so. So, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Let the people know where they can find you, your music, all that good stuff.
Buff the God, BUFFDA.
Okay, God.
GOD, all social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Apple Music, streaming platforms, Spotify, YouTube, everything simple. Buff the God, BUFFDA, GOD.
Absolutely. And after you get done listening to his music and then you listen to that latest freestyle Trap Harder, make sure you go on over to my stuff and follow me and Mrs. Mofilla on everything. Make sure you also check out my website, MsMofilla.com, to keep track of everything that I'm doing. And then when you get done there, take it on over to Insidethemaze, please. And make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell down at the bottom so you can keep track of all the things we got going on. And also, make sure you follow us on all the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of the above, man. We got so much in store for y'all, and y'all gotta tap in. Subscribe now. You understand me? But anyway, I can get back to this man over here, but I'm gonna get out of trouble. That's what I'm gonna do, is get myself out of trouble and end this episode now. It's Inside the Maze, man. Ms. Mofilla, the one and only, the misogynistic, wait, I'm gonna get it right, chill. The misogynistic, hypersexualized, cocky Jew from the zoo.
Dirty.
Buff the God, man. Peace out.
Niggas get the photo when it come down to the dividend. Squad praying like the Spartans on my dog from Michigan. Slide through the city with the grip so they can't hold me. And you can't get through the beam without the DOT. Young and had it rage itself, wasn't no OG. Stay away from screaming dummies, always been low key. It's time to double up. Say trap harder, trap smarter. Hood throwing fade like